Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing exceptionally well. Welcome back to the channel. This channel is really dedicated and designed to be a conversation, discussion surrounding various financial topics. I'm not a financial planner. I don't sell insurance. I don't sell any financial products for that matter. I'm just a person who likes talking about finances, and I like thinking outside of the box. Traditional advice would lead you one way, and I think that sometimes you should look the other way. But today's topic is, should you be working with a financial advisor or a planner? Now, I have touched on this on other videos of, should a beginner invest in Canada, and uh, talking about how they should work with a financial professional. And I'm just going to put this out there right now. I believe that a beginner absolutely should be working with a financial advisor, professional, somebody who's got their back financially. Now, the question is for everyone else, should you be working with somebody who can guide you with their finances? Now, you'll notice that I'm not necessarily talking about certified financial planner or any of the PFP designations or anything of that nature, or anything of these, because honestly, I believe that a lot of financial knowledge and know-how can honestly be learned through Google searches and everything like that. And just because somebody might be an insurance advisor doesn't necessarily mean that they don't know about finances as a whole. Heck, I've done a whole bunch of videos on the infinite banking concept. Go check those out if you're not familiar with them. But I would argue that a lot of the infinite banking individuals out there, at least the good ones, know a whole lot about finances that somebody typically wouldn't know, right? So, kind of, who do I think should work with a financial advisor? So we're going to do should and then should not. Okay. And again, we're just having a discussion. If you agree with me, disagree with me, put it in the comments below. We'll have a great conversation on it. I'm not necessarily here to change anyone's mind, and I'm also here to have my mind changed, though. So I'm not going to pretend to be the all-knowing seer surrounding all of this. Okay, so obviously, if you are new to the financial world, you absolutely should be working with a financial advisor or professional of some sort. Okay. In fact, I believe that some advice, even if it's quote unquote bad advice, is usually better than no advice at all for somebody that's new. Somebody that's new just really doesn't know what they're doing wrong or right, and so it can be quite devastating what they'll do to themselves, right? And usually, even a quote unquote bad financial plan is going to be better than whatever they didn't have at the onset, right? It's not optimal. They could have been a lot farther, but it's going to typically be better than where they're at now. Um, I think somebody who is busy should also uh, uh, have a professional on their team. So, for example, I work with financial advisors slash planners. I've actually got several people in this sphere that I talk to on a regular basis. Hence, where a lot of the topics from these videos comes from is just the things that I've learned, not only in discussions with them, but also things that I've implemented in my own life. But to be quite honest, I'm a busy individual as it relates to my businesses and all this type of stuff. And at the end of the day, I don't have time to come up with and find every single little thing that I want to implement. Now, what type of things do you think that you would want to implement? Well, for example, right, you may want to look at the infinite banking concept, for example. It's a very big and broad topic. You can learn everything you need to learn about the infinite banking concept on the internet, and hopefully this channel is going to help you. But it is quite involved, and so oftentimes it's a lot easier just to go to a professional and see what they have to say and see if you like it. Same as it relates to leveraged investing, or eventually moving from mutual funds to ETFs to all types of different products out there. Okay, if you're busy, you may just need somebody to just say, hey, this makes sense. Now, that doesn't mean you just have to blindly follow them, especially if you're more advanced. But now you cut out the whole, I don't want to say research component, because you're still going to research it, but the discovery process, right? The discovery process typically takes a fair amount of time to really identify something that makes sense, and then figure out if it's legitimate, and then finally research if it makes sense in your situation. A lot of individuals out there, uh, try to do this, and they can get sucked into some crazy, nasty stuff. Like most recently, there's a lot of scams going on about cryptocurrencies. And so while it may seem to make sense, wouldn't you have a lot more confidence in it if, eventually, I don't think anyone's doing this yet, but if eventually if a financial advisor slash planner said, hey, this company is legit. It's backed by the X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 blah. You'd have a lot more confidence with it, right? Um, on the should not component of things, uh, I, I I struggle to find somebody who shouldn't have some advice in any way, shape, or form, but I'm going to call it like the ultra do it yourselfer. uh, now, there are a host of people out there that they believe absolutely unequivocally that they are going to do it better than anyone else. And you know what? Heck, I kind of agree with them, right? No one is going to care about your money as much as you care about your money. My only challenge with this one is that, again, you don't know what you don't know. But the ultra do it yourselfer, you're not going to convince anyone of anything. And if you're watching this and you're going, absolutely not, even if you're busy, you should carve out the time because it's very important, you're probably an ultra do it yourselfer. But by and large, and I've quoted these studies before, but there are studies that show that people working with advisors do retire or have significantly more assets and wealth accumulated than not working with them. I do believe that following some statistics does make a lot of sense, and I frame that loosely because, again, watch some of my infinite banking videos. Sometimes traditional advice isn't always the best, right? But if you're new, if you're a busy individual, or if you just want somebody to bounce ideas off of, so like I'm just gonna call it the do-it-yourselfer that isn't the ultra variant, right? So anyway, everyone, this is a quick one. I hope this makes sense. If you disagree with me, if you think other people should be added to this category or removed from the should or the should not, let me know what you think. If you wholeheartedly disagree with working with a financial advisor or planner as it relates to your finances, let me know below, because honestly, I used to be in that category. I used to wholeheartedly believe that the financial professionals out there were just out to steal money. And it's only been actually in probably the last 3 to 4 or 5 years, give or take, that I've truly started to believe that, you know what, advice is totally worth it. And understanding things is totally worth it. So I hope this makes sense. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And again, like, share, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you in the next video.